Hello, let's go through this GitLab road mapping tool, which is quite handy. You have been doing some definitions for the project, how the schedule and agenda, whatever is called, is defined as a Gantt. There is plant UML descriptions about how the different phases of the project is going on, but there is quite handy tool in GitLab also, and you can find the tool which I call now feature roadmap. So if you look at your group level and then you look at the planning section there, you can see there immediately there is a roadmap. Please open that. So now we have this roadmap open here, and there should be the situation that there is nothing in your case if you haven't done already. But now I show you one link what you have to use or do first. So look at your features you have defined for your project. And in my case, I use this same what I've been using in all my other examples. So I have selected already some features and how they are implemented, what they are needing, what kind of things. I don't talk about those, but I'm just taking these as names. I copy the name, and now I use this name of feature in this road mapping. So let's do first roadmap item. So I give new epic. So the epic is the higher level of the development, but it's kind of theme about what we are trying to achieve. It can be a big feature, but it can be also the feature set. For example, Epic could be like enhancing user interface functionalities. There can be a lot of different user stories and all kind of small targets. But now we are talking more like a just feature level. So new Epic is now defined just adding this uh, topic here. And there is now currently there is no any kind of structure which could be here used as a good way. But now I would like to say that let's do this this way, that I will open now this my repository as a web page format, so OPF. So I look at my requirement specification and I should have the same. So to mitigate, there should be some, yes, this the feature here is actually the description for the whole feature. So I take this link here and now I put that link as a description part. So now you have a link to the documentation, but also you have defined this feature as one of the roadmap items. So next thing here is that I just set timeline when this feature is going to be implemented, and we have to make sure that we are knowing the timeline. So you will have to go for your own schedule. I'm looking now the schedule in this calendar format. So if we are starting to work for the project and we have reached the gate one and we have gone through the review, we are expecting that then next sprint three is the place where we are actually doing the implementation. So let's do it. Let's make the idea that this feature is actually starting from the sprint three. We are expecting that we are actually working for this feature in this time period. So in sprint three, so I just select time schedule that okay, we are starting up this work. When let's look at the 27th. Was it 27th? Just putting Tuesday, so it can be that Monday is full of other work. And I'm just saying that if we have been doing some kind of estimation how much work it will be taking, then it's easier to set up this schedule. But let's look at that time is running and it takes some time. So I'm setting that, okay, during this time period, we are working heavily with this. and we are trying to deliver this as a feature. Is it so? We are not talking about what is the current selection here, but anyway, I'm setting the time limits when this feature is going to be worked with. So now I create epic. So the first epic is now created, and let's make another one. So it's much smoother to look at then. So next thing is that I define another. So now I check next one here in my list. So these were my selected features. Implement automated backups and disaster. This sounds quite big task to do. This feature is having a lot of user stories. I expect so. It's actually it's a epic size. So I define now the epic. Then I look at in my feature setup if there is such a feature defined. No, there is no. But let's take this an example. So this could be now the presenting our definition of this feature. So I just put it in as an example. It's a requirement specification link to the. Actually, it's not so good example. I'm just checking if there is some. Okay, let's take this one as an example. So you should make sure that you have all these features collected in your OPF. So these are having the documentation, all information. And now we are defining next that when this feature is going to be implemented. And again, I'm asking that you should look at your time and schedule how much you have been estimating work for this kind of feature. And when you have been working for the one feature during this period of time, some 27 to 7, it's possible that you have been already starting 2 or 3 features. It depends on your team, but I'll just make sure that, okay, we are estimating that we are focusing on that from the sprint 4, 12 to 21, and we are expecting it takes more time. So I put that this epic feature is actually under work from the 12 to 28. So let's look at now the time schedule. So I just put my 12, put it this way, and then I put next month, so 27. So it's happening there somewhere. Now I have a defined 2 features. So let's look at what we can now we get to view. So I open again roadmap. Now we see new kind of view. There is a schedule or calendar, whatever timeline here. So I just make sure that can I show the values in just curious that was it this year. So now if we look at the picture here, so now we can see our schedule that February we are starting the 27th, and this one is actually this was happening quite late anyway. So now you can plan a little bit better that what is happening, and if there is a gap between, if there is need for some other feature to be defined. So you can see how much you are working with each features now, and now there is only 2 ones. So please add all your selected features and try to estimate or just make sure that you can share this link in your project plan that, okay, let's look at your roadmap. And this could be showing you quite handy way to show what kind of features you are actually working with. And if you are changing your plan, you just change your schedule here in road mapping tool. You don't have to update everything. But let's define still some other elements. So I'm just going for the epics. Yes. And now I just define some other epics so you can see the benefit when you have defined all this. So I'm just taking this one. Now I add again, in this case, I just make this time scheduling without too much thinking of. So I just start up that we are starting 28th. We are ending that expecting 6th March. And we create that. And then we add the last one. So all epics will have all features should be found exactly from your big picture. So this is planned now from the birth for 3 7. Oh, no. Let's not make it this way. So I'm just making sure that there is some example. So now I have defined 4 of those, and let's look at now the map again. So now you can see that there is new features, and now you can also figure out that if there is plenty of features work simultaneously, it can be too tough. So you have to define when you are focusing on the different areas. Also, the way of this road mapping is that you can define a little bit higher level epics if needed. So I can say that there is some epics from the product owner. It could be that there is security. So let's define that there is this kind of epic which is actually covering that there is plenty of work to do just for the security enhancements. And this could be the way that we are defining that we are focusing first for this security things. And this could be the way that we just define high level topic, which is at high level epic, which is actually giving us the understanding that now when we are looking at the roadmap again, we can see that this kind of epic is covering up a lot of work. So we are working under team security enhancement. So all these features should be somehow involved with this security thing. So now we can show to outside world that what is actually bigger team under this kind of time period. So next time schedule could be that we are focusing on the software user interface enhancement. So we could start up focus our team for different areas of the product development, and that's the way what we could use this road mapping and define a little bit better what we are doing. And now you understand also that you could make the faces visible. So when there is a demo days and whatever is coming, so you can add this information. Let's look at that. Can I anyway change the color of this item? I'm not sure. If you find some methods to a little bit change the outlook of each feature or epic description, it could be helping you. But anyway, this is shortly starter for you. So please make this definition in your project and try to figure out that how they should be organized, because this project is ending someday. Look at your schedule. Okay, let's focus on the planning and let's look at then later more about road mapping.